Michella Chester with NCAA Digital with my Week 2 Power 10 volleyball rankings. Texas remains at number 1, not even just winning, but taking down top-notch teams. Big win over Minnesota and a dominating sweep over Stanford. The Huskers stay at number 2. They have yet to drop a set all season. The Cardinals dropped out of the number 3 spot with a loss to Ohio State, so I moved in Minnesota. The Gophers fell to top-seeded Texas last week in 4 sets, but followed it up with a big win over Florida. I have Georgia Tech up at 4 now, 5-0 record ahead of a big week, hosting the Georgia Tech Classic. Louisville dropped to number 5, followed by Wisconsin, both with just 1 loss on the season. The order here is just comparing their losses to Ohio State and Baylor, and then also taking into consideration a good win for the Cards over San Diego. At number 7, I have the Purdue Boilermakers 6-0 now on the year with a 5-set win over Utah, fueled by Raven Colvin and Eva Hudson. But I will say this is tentative. They will be headed to Louisville next week for a tough one. San Diego stays in, threw them in last week after taking down Pitt in 5. I wasn't sure how things would go at Louisville this past weekend, but this team is competing. They fell to Louisville in 4 sets before following that up with a huge win over yet another top 10 team, Ohio State. They did it in straight sets too, so San Diego stays in at number 8. They are right above Pitt, who moved into my Power 10 this week for the first time this season. They had a 5-set win over Cincy, but then a big 4-set win over BYU last weekend. And lastly, just barely hanging in there, Ohio State. We all for sure thought they would be moving out this week after they fell in straight sets to San Diego with a match against the Cardinals looming. But at last, the Buckeyes pulled off a huge upset over Louisville. They hit over 300 as a team. Riley Rader finally came alive with 14 kills on 500 hitting. Better passing, less errors all around. So the Buckeyes hang in there. What a tough non-conference schedule. As you know, I have my full explanation on NCAA.com so that we aren't here all day. So head over there and I'll see you next week.